Hello everyone, welcome back to Daniel Speaks, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the new Superman casting announcements. We'll also talk about the issue with remakes, retellings, and reboots as a whole, so buckle up and let's get started. On June 27th, 2023, DC Studios announced its newest actor to take on the iconic role of Superman. Actor David Corenswet will play the newest iteration of the DC hero in James Gunn's Superman Legacy set for July 2025. The 6'4" actor was born in Philadelphia, and some of his other credits include roles in Pearl, The Politician, and We Own the City. With actress Rachel Brosnahan set to play Lois, some of her previous credits include House of Cards and The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Controversial castings in Hollywood are nothing new, and it's actually pretty common to see a lot of people complaining and doubting someone's ability to be able to play certain roles. When Daniel Craig was announced to play the next James Bond for the 2006 movie Casino Royale, there was significant backlash from fans who believed that he didn't fit the suave and sophisticated image of the character, but his gritty and intense portrayal of Bond revitalized the franchise and garnered critical and commercial success. When Robert Downey Jr. was cast to play the role of Tony Stark/Iron Man, a lot of people didn't see him in that role, but he brought such a charismatic performance and a witty portrayal, and this became a defining element of the character. There was also a lot of backlash when it was first announced that Ben Affleck would take on the role of Batman. Some fans expressed disappointment that the DCEU had chosen an older Batman, deviating from the younger and more inexperienced versions typically portrayed on screen. But once Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice was released in 2016, his physical presence, intense demeanor, and conflicted portrayal of Bruce Wayne resonated with audiences, and this earned him praise for capturing the character's darker and more brooding aspects. With Superman being such a beloved and classic superhero character, there was wild speculation about who would take on this role ever since the project was announced. And like with any role such as this, the casting sparked a lot of conversation online, with strong and polarizing views both praising and opposing the decision. Superman is probably the most iconic and well-known superhero in history, and his impact on popular culture can't be overstated. Created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Shuster, Superman made his first appearance in Action Comics #1 in June of 1938. As we all know, Superman's story begins on his home planet of Krypton. His parents sent him to Earth in a rocket ship just before Krypton's destruction. Crash landing in Smallville, Kansas, he was discovered and raised by Jonathan and Martha Kent, who named him Clark Kent. As he grew up, Clark discovered his extraordinary abilities, including super strength, speed, flight, and invulnerability. Superman quickly captured the imagination of readers and became a symbol of hope and justice during a time of societal unrest and economic turmoil. He stood up as a champion of truth, justice, and the American way, embodying the ideal of a superhero and setting the stage for the genre as a whole. Superman's popularity soared, leading into his expansion into various media formats. In the 1940s, the first Superman animated shorts were released in theaters. The character made his radio debut in 1940 as well, with the long-running series The Adventures of Superman, starring Bud Collyer as the voice of Superman/Clark Kent. In 1951, The Adventures of Superman TV series premiered, starring George Reeves. It became a cultural phenomenon and solidified Superman's presence in households across America. The show ran until 1958 and created an indemnable image of Superman, complete with his iconic red and blue costume. Superman's impact on pop culture expanded further with the release of feature films. The first significant live-action adaptation was Superman the Movie in 1978, directed by Richard Donner and starring Christopher Reeve as the Man of Steel. The film was a critical and commercial success, and Reeve's portrayal of Superman became iconic. Superman's film legacy continued with sequels including Superman 2 in 1980, Superman 3 in 1983, and Superman 4: The Quest for Peace in 1987. While the later films received mixed reception, Reeve's portrayal remained beloved, and of course, this led to the many versions of Superman we know today. Superman's character has evolved over the years in the comic book medium. Numerous storylines explored his origins, introduced new characters like Supergirl and Krypto the Superdog, and they also delved into his adventures with the Justice League. Notable comic runs such as the Death and Returns of Superman storyline in the 1990s had a significant impact on the character and the whole industry. Superman's influence extends to other superheroes as well. His success paved the way for other iconic characters and the establishment of superhero universes. His enduring presence in pop culture has inspired countless creators, artists, and filmmakers to explore their themes of heroism, identity, and justice. At this point, we've all seen so many modern retellings in different versions of Superman, but why do we continue to see the same character and the same stories being told over and over and over again? I think this brings us to the broader topic of Hollywood and remakes in general. Movie and TV remakes have been a topic of both excitement and controversy among audiences. While they generate a lot of buzz and nostalgia, they can also tend to elicit mixed reactions. Remakes often tap into our nostalgic feelings, evoking memories of beloved films and TV shows from the past. They offer a chance to revisit familiar stories and characters that hold a special place in our hearts. They can update older content with modern technology, special effects, and storytelling techniques. This can enhance the viewing experience for a new generation of audiences. Remakes provide an opportunity for filmmakers to reinterpret and reimagine their familiar narratives, adding fresh perspectives and exploring different creative directions. Remakes can introduce younger audiences to classics that they may have never known before, and this exposure to timeless tales can spark interest in the original works. Some audiences criticize remakes as lacking creativity. They argue that instead of developing new and unique content, studios are relying on established properties to create success, resulting in a lack of fresh storytelling. Remakes often face criticism when they fail to capture the charm and the essence of the original. Audiences can have high expectations and be disappointed if the remake doesn't live up to their nostalgic memories. It can frustrate fans who feel that the essence of what made the original special has been lost. Changes in the casting, the plot, or the tone may be met with resistance, and the abundance of remakes can lead to a feeling of oversaturation in the entertainment industry. Remakes can be seen as a safe bet for the studios, especially since they already have an established fan base. This often results in a reluctance to take creative risks and explore new ideas, stifling innovation and creativity in the industry. They can also just feel like lazy cash grabs, exploiting audience nostalgia without offering much more substance and originality. They can lead to a sense of disappointment and cynicism among viewers. Audiences are often quick to dismiss remakes as lazy and unoriginal, but there have actually been a few popular iterations that a lot of people don't even know are remakes themselves. The film Scarface is arguably one of the biggest and most beloved cult classics in history. The original Scarface was a crime film directed by Howard Hawks in 1932. However, it was the Brian De Palma directed remake starring Al Pacino in 1983 that achieved cult status. The film shifted the setting to 1980s Miami and became renowned for its intense performances and its memorable quotes. The original Ocean's 11 was a heist film featuring the Rat Pack, including Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. In 2001, director Steven Soderbergh remade the film with a star-studded cast led by George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts. The remake spawned a successful trilogy and became known for its stylish heists and witty dialogue. The original Battlestar Galactica was a science fiction TV series that aired in the late 1970s. In 2004, Ronald D. Moore created a reimagined series. This delved into deeper themes and showcased a more gritty and complex narrative. The remake garnered critical acclaim for its writing, character development, and the exploration of socio-political issues. There's also A Star is Born, which tells the story of a fading musician who helps a young singer find fame while struggling with his own demons. The 2018 remake featured Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, and this iteration garnered widespread praise for its performances, original music, and emotional resonance. It's very easy to see why people complain and hate the idea of remakes, reboots, and retellings and reimaginings, but I think the reason why they seem to keep getting made is that yes, people do often flock to them because of familiarity and nostalgia, and yes, they can be an easy moneymaker and a safer option for studios, but remakes tap into our desire for great storytelling. Great stories and myths play a vital role in society by transmitting cultural values, providing a sense of identity, and exploring human experiences. They inspire creativity, teaching lessons and fostering connections. They enrich our lives, shape our perspectives, and offer a shared narrative of tapestry that binds individuals and communities together. Superman's impact on popular culture goes beyond comic books and movies. He became a symbol of strength, hope, and morality, resonating with audiences worldwide. His S-shield and red cape are recognizable icons, and maybe this is why his story keeps getting retold. Maybe this is why we keep seeing so many reiterations of the same character. He's universally beloved as a character, but even more so as a symbol. And in a world like the one we're living in today, maybe that's something we need. So tell me down in the comments, what do you think about this new Superman casting? And what do you think about remakes and reboots in general? Leave a comment down below, make sure to hit the like button if you did, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. I'll see you very soon with another new episode of Daniel Speaks.